We're going to do a bit of flying again. Let's go. First kite of the day. Yeah, rather beautiful Delta kite. Getting a bit battered now. I've got a few replacements for it, so if I smash it up, I'll be able to. Where are you going? Wow, that was exciting. So I think the motor in the tower is a bit loose, and if you give it too much, of course with the thrust it just pulls it into vertical, and it makes for the sky, heads for the clouds. But if you keep it not flying with too much gusto, as it were, it flies sort of okay. I'm having to hold a fair bit of down in it now because it's still wanting to rise up. Take a bit more throttle off and then I get no steerage, so we can't go doing that. Once you get the handle of it, it's quite okay. It's fun, relaxing. Well, relaxing with some stress, if that makes sense. Whilst it's only at half throttle, it sort of behaves itself reasonably well. Oh, a bit of rock and roll out there. A bit of bubbly air as the sun comes out and warms that farmland up. A few thermals. I'll have to get my gliders going. And breeze coming up from my back now too, which is interesting. Normally the breeze here comes up the farm, so the breeze is fluking around a little bit. Now it's coming off my left hand, so it's interesting. Well, I guess we better try and bring it in. Well, I got off the throttle before I could get the catch in. But that's a good flight. That's a good successful flight. First launch was exciting. Second launch coming up. See if we can get half smart this time and stay down here in the shade. Still get a launch. Don't be so ginger on the throttle. That's better. So apart from the launch doing a bit of a dip, It's now flying much more sweetly. As you can see, it's a one-hand operation just for a bit of left and right and up and down. Generally sitting right on just over half throttle, 60% maybe. Yeah. Gonna see how well you're gonna fly today. Beautifully, except for that launch, which was pretty crappy. You stay in the low half of the throttle and they don't want to turn. You stay in the top half of the throttle and they get really rocking and rolling. Not much wind, so we can't blame it on that. Welcome home. Yeah, you don't get too anxious on the throttle and they take off much more sedately. Well, it wasn't a catch, but it could have been worse. Very relaxed, much easier. Oh, there's the battery. I hear you. There you go.